The Boy on the Longboard and the Silver Explorer by Samantha Williams. It was a beautiful day in mid-September, and I was leaving ECDC after a long, hard day at work. I walked out of work exhausted and eager to get home. I headed to my Honda Civic, got in, and started to drive. I took a left onto Wentworth Street. Wentworth Street is one of those streets that is filled with stoplights, parked cars, and pedestrians. In addition, since it is so close to the college, there are lots of cyclists and occasional individuals on skateboards or longboards. While the traffic is slow, the volume makes for treacherous situations. Some days it can be an easy drive, and others it feels like you're in the Fast and the Furious. I pulled out behind a silver SUV with tinted windows. I could not see the driver, but they seemed as if they have drove the roads before. They followed the speed limit and were acutely aware of every road sign. Now I don't like to follow too closely, so there was a gap in between us, two cars approximately the size of a school bus. We approached a blinking red light, blinking like a warning sign for all the drivers passing by. It was a four-way stop. The silver SUV went first, continuing straight. I looked to my left, and then I looked to my right, and when I looked to my right, I saw a boy. The boy was tall and on a longboard. He seemed to be about 19 years old and probably a student at the College of Charleston. He took a right behind the silver SUV. I slowly proceeded through the intersection, giving the silver SUV and now the longboarder ample space. I noticed that the longboarder was following rather closely to the silver SUV. He had headphones in and didn't seem to be paying much attention to his surroundings. Ahead, a stoplight. I saw it change from green to yellow, then yellow to red, and I began applying my brakes. I noticed that the Explorer did the same thing. Unfortunately, the longboarder seemed oblivious to the sudden change of events. Time seemed to slow as I saw the longboarder lift his foot off of the board to take another push, and he shoved his foot into the steaming black pavement. I reflectively took a gasp, overwhelmed with a sudden knowledge of what was about to occur. Smack! The longboarder took his push just as the SUV came to a rest. His body forcefully impacted the rear of the SUV. The sound reverberating, the boy instantly crumpled to the ground. My jaw dropped. Unable to comprehend the scene that I had just witnessed, the boy hopped up, embarrassed by the sudden change of velocity. Limping, he collected his longboard and hopped over to the driver's side of the door of the SUV. He rolled down his window. "I am so sorry." "Yes, I'm okay," the blonde boy spoke. The light was green at this point. The boy and the driver separated ways. Luckily, there was zero casualties from this horrifying collision on Wentworth Street. I drove for a second trying to collect my thoughts. Everything had unfolded so quickly. I hadn't been able to process it. I called my friend Kimberly looking to process the scene. You will never believe what I just saw.